Hey again. I'm here to bring you just a quick lesson preview for today with the assignments. And like I said in my morning message, all of the assignments that you're going to have, that you're going to see posted in Edsby, that's not due until April 17th. If you're one of my paper packet users, all of the questions, everything that you're going to see in that paper packet, it's not due until April 17th either. Also, if you didn't submit everything you needed to turn in last week, if you're still working on some things from last week in the paper packet, if you're working on e-learning and there's still some Edsby assignments you haven't turned in to me, you can go ahead and submit those to me this week too. So we're working on week 1's assignments and we're moving into week 2's assignments too. All right, so let's get going. You should have, if you're an e-learner, you should have gone into Edsby and read over your assignments. You can then go into Clever. When you're in Clever, remember Clever has all of your apps that you're going to need. That's where you're going to find Common Lit. Now, if you're a paper packet user, your stories are right here in your paper packet and you're ready to go. If you're an e-learner, your assignments are going to be found in the Common Lit app that's in Clever. And it looks like this. It's about midways down and it looks like a book, and underneath it, it says Common Lit. So you'll see that, that's the app you need. When you click on Common Lit, it should pull 2 stories right up right away for you. Fastest Woman in the World and Fly High, Bessie Coleman. Those are our 2 stories that we're gonna focus on this week. If you're working in the paper packet, there's a 3rd story in there about a ballerina. We're not going to focus on that story too because this is a short week. So we're only going to focus on these 2 stories. So if you're a paper packet, that other story that's in your packet about the ballerina, we are not going to focus on that. So you're not going to focus on that either. So when you go into Common Lit, my e-learners are going to click here in Clever and you're going to find the Common Lit app. You're going to click it and that's going to take you to your 2 stories. Remember, as you're reading your 2 stories, you first are going to preview the text because that's what good readers do. Previewing the text, remember, gets our brain ready for reading. As we're previewing, we're going to be looking for some text features that we see, like I'm looking and I see one right here. I see another one right here. So you're going to go through and look and see what the text features are. You're going to pay attention to those and you're going to form some predictions. Form those predictions in your brain. You don't have to write them down. Share them with a family member, share them with your parents, share them with your dog, your prediction about what you're going to be reading. If you're a paper packet person, same thing. You don't have to write it down. Just share it with someone at your house. Go look in the mirror and share it with that person you see in the mirror. That is something you don't have to write down. That just gets your brain ready for reading. Then, once you've previewed your text, you're going to start reading the first story, Fastest Woman in the World. And here's what I want you to do, because these articles in Common Lit and in the paper packet, they're kind of lengthy. You'll find that when you preview them, but they are broken into sections. Text feature. So I want you to stop after each section and I want you to ask yourself, what did I just read about? Because our skill focus for this week is main idea and key details. So I want you to ask yourself after each section, what did I just read about? And jot that down. What was the main idea of that section? And jot that down. What were my key details? What did I learn in that chunk of text? Do it in each section, and at the end of the text, it'll help you understand it better, it'll help you remember, and it'll guide you through the whole text when you're trying to figure out what the main idea of the whole text was. If you're a paper packet user, you're lucky. After each section, all you have to do is ask yourself, what was that mainly about? What is the important details? And then all you have to do is underline them. You don't have to jot them down like the e-learners. You just have to underline them right there in your text. And then when you turn in your packet, I'll see where you found that information. So you're going to do that for both of these articles, Fastest Woman in the World and Fly High, Bessie Coleman, after you've read them. If you're an e-learner, I've attached 2 question sheets to each story. that you have questions and answers for. If you're a packet learner, they're already written in your packet. Your reading response questions, they're right there. So you can answer them in your packet. If you're using a notebook, you can answer them in the notebook. So that's what you're gonna do after you read those. Now, after you've read them and you've answered your question, remember, you don't have to submit anything to me until April 17th. This week, we're gonna have some writing to do, and I'm so excited because last week we focused on fiction stories. So we looked at our fiction chart. We had characters, settings, important events, problem, and solution. So this week, you're gonna do an activity called Roll a Story. And this is also posted on Edsby for you. Roll a story. You're gonna take the dice, if you have these at home. I just happen to have a little pack of them right here at my house. And you're gonna roll one of them. And if you roll a 1, here's your main character. If you rolled a 5, that's your main character. If you rolled a 3, that's gonna be your main character. Then you're gonna roll it again for setting, and you're gonna roll it again for problem. Then you're gonna create in your own brain, your own story with characters, setting, important events, problems, and you're gonna put in the solution too. So you're gonna be doing some creative writing. Remember, your story, you have plenty of time to work on it. So I really want you to be creative. If you don't want to use these things, then come up with your own. You don't have to stick with this. I just thought it was a cool way to get these parts going in our story. So it's up to you. You're gonna be working on that. It's not due either until April 17th. You have plenty of time to get your juices flowing and get creative and get that fictional story written. Remember, I'm on Edsby, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. I'm on there again, 12:30 to 1:30. So once you go through and see your assignments, if you have any questions, you're not sure about anything, and you just want to say, is it really not due until April 17th? Just send me a message, chat with me, I'll be there. You can text me, you can send me a message on the Remind app if you want to. Remember, if you need to submit something, you can submit your work to me on Edsby. You can email it to me. If you're a pencil packet person and you're working in the paper packet, you can still send me an email if you have access to email, kellyturner0613@gmail.com, or you can message me on the Remind app too. Okay, hope you have a great day. It's gonna be a marvelous Monday. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.